Okay, I am back, and do not mind the sound, I have many animals. Okay, so this right here is, I got a 1 pound of beef, because my sister's very picky, and she doesn't eat with us, so far I got this, and 1 pound of beef. It was very big, so I cut it up in chunks, like smaller chunks right here, see? Smaller chunks. I kind of cut the big chunks in half, so it gives it more like, you know, not a big chew, and plus it's being like, this is going to be drenched in gravy in the crock pot right here. And so I'm going to put this in the crock pot, and then I'll get this right here. Let me move it over here, and do not mind my dog, I'm sorry. Okie dokie, so what I got right here is, I got the beef, and I'm going to put this in here. Okay, I put the beef in here, and so I'm gonna go in my pantry, and I'm going to grab some salt. Pinch of salt is best. I just get a container and fill it up with salt. Animals, sorry. And then, so I just got a container from a flea market and cleaned it and filled the salt and pepper so I don't over salt it with the salt shaker. So it's a better alternative. And so I got this beef right here. I'm just gonna move this around. I have to wash my hands after I deal with beef, so move this around, put it in, like, I'll use one hand right now. Okay, so now I got the beef, and I'm going to add salt. I'm gonna get a pinch of salt, about 2 pinches of salt, about 2 pinches or 3 pinches, and then two pinches of pepper. And I'll be back with the gravy mixture, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, I am back, and I have the beef, the seasoned beef right here, and I have the seasoned beef, and now I have some brown gravy. You can use whatever gravy you like, herb gravy, white gravy even, and then so I just got brown gravy because it matches and it's usually with beef anyways, so brown gravy usually pairs with beef anyways. Usually white gravy, if you want to do it like on a if you want to do a toast thing, you can replace it with sausage and do white gravy, but it is really good with I pot roast beef. So I got this, and I did gravy, and I'm going to put the gravy in here. I'm going to put the gravy in here. Okay, so I put the whole package in here, and what the directions say is add 1.5 cups of cool water. So I'm going to add 1.5 cups of cool water. You just follow whatever the gravy recipe calls for, like how much, but I'm going to do, it says how much liquid, so it depends on the package of gravy. Or you can make your own gravy and pour it in there too, and then, but it's faster this way. Give me a second. There we go. Got... Okay, that's about 1/2. Okay, I'm putting this camera down. And... Okay, so now I'm going to put the 1.5 cup of water that... It's whatever calls for amount of gravy. And then, do not worry, I'm going to add more liquid to this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to the fridge and I'm going to see if I have anything in here. And then I'm going to use milk. It can be beef or can be beef broth or milk, but I'm going to do milk. And so gives it a creaminess, and do not worry, the starch in here is going to make it thick. And so I'm going to add more milk, and if it's not thick enough, just add half a teaspoon of flour, all-purpose flour, just to thicken it up, because it's going to be slow cooking, and that's not a lot of liquid, and there's more beef. So I'm going to add more liquid. I would say about a cup of milk. And I'm going to, now I'm going to get an onion and get a fresh onion. Where is that onion? I'll get the onion out in a minute, and I'm going to slice the onion, and I'll then just cut it up in small slithers of onions, and I'll show you, and I'll come back. Okay, so I have an onion, and I'm going to cut tip and bottom off. And so now I'm going to use about half of this, and didn't get as much as I needed. Okay, so I need about half of this, and so I'm going to put this to the side, and I want, see these long strips, I want them halved. So I want them about this long, I want them about this long, and it's not that big, but this is going, I'm just going to use that, and just, it's a half a small onion, and I'm going to put that in the crock pot. So I'll be back, and I'll slice these, and I'll come back and put this in the stew, and I will add some more seasonings. Okay, so now I got the meat mixture, the gravy, and I haven't stirred it up yet, so, but I have seasoning already. I just added a little bit more paprika, just to the spice, and I'm going to add some onions. I added some onions, and I'm also going to add some lemon thyme from my garden. So whatever herb, if you go to the supermarket, thyme is usually in the produce. So I'm going to go give some thyme and show you how much sprigs of thyme. I'm going to get about 3 and put it in there, and you just cook it in there like a bay leaf. You just let it sit there, and then you take it out once the meat is all cooked and everything. So I have onions, beef, the gravy mixture, 1.5 cup of water, and 1 cup of milk. And then if it doesn't thicken up, add I think a teaspoon to tablespoon of flour. So I'll come back and I'll put the fresh herbs, like the fresh lemon thyme, in here. So it will perfume the meat and give it a really good flavor. So I'll come back and I'll show you how much. Okay, so now I am using 5 twigs of lemon thyme, and I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to put that in there, and I'm going to stir that all up, and I'm going to stir this all up. For seasoning, I added 2, so you added the lemon thyme, I added onions, just to review everything. Onions, I have the Q beef, a few pinches of salt and pepper, the gravy mixture, and 1.5 cups of water, and 1 cup of milk. So, mine can hold a lot, but I'm only feeding 3 people. So I'm only feeding me, my mom, and my dad. So it's not going. So if you're feeding more, use a whole. If you want to double the recipe, double the mixture, and I will have it all written down in my blog. So I will be back, and so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to plug this in. Give me a second. Okay, plug that in, and now I'm going to set it on high for 4 hours. And I got a lid, and just to be funny, this is actually a knob from a cabinet. My original knob that was on top of this glass thing broke, and so now the funny thing is now I put this on there to replace it, and it's pretty funny. So okay, so 4 hours, and I'll be coming back, and I'll once it's cooked and everything, I will show you how to prepare it. It's just gonna be toast. I'll get the lemon thyme out of this. I'll stir it up. It'll thicken, and if it does not thicken, add a teaspoon to tablespoon of flour. It depends on how thin it is, but it will thicken up while it's cooking, because come on, it's 4 hours. So I'll be back and I'll review it. I'll show you how to prepare it, and I'm just gonna get toast. See, I'm just gonna get toast and then pour that on top, and it's gonna be amazing. The onions are gonna become soft, the meat's gonna be really tender, and the gravy, oh, the gravy. And so just after it's done, taste and see if it needs any more salt, pepper, or any other seasonings. I just add paprika, salt, and pepper, yeah, I'll be back and I will review it in 4 hours.